when you don't feel like studying.
I
Yes, and what that means is that by the end of this episode, you are going to get. Why do you have to say you like that? you, what you gain from here is being able to understand versus memorize. You also you also gain an ImagiNotes technique called memenomics, which is about making something as relatable as possible, so that helps you remember better. And then at the final thing, you're also going to get notes for definitions that work for you even when you don't feel like studying. Ta-da!
yay.
Yes. So I'm Erica and this is Joe, and we're
I
teachers who hated studying because memorizing did not work for us, and that's why we come on here to to create these notes for you guys. All right. So this is very this technique came out because I hated studying, but I had parents, I've got an Asian dad who, you know, insists that we do well for academics. So how do you do well at something you hate? It's a lot harder. So basically, the idea behind ImagiNotes is to put the fun back into your studying as much as you can. Because let's face it, it's just no fun. And we're all not lucky like Joe, where
totally.
where he has a where he has parents who are pretty chill about his grades, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why we created this note-taking method. Yeah, and that's why today's topic is really about how do you take notes. So basically, it's after Mary Poppins has that saying before a spoonful of sugar.
Mm.
That song makes the medicine go down, right? In
Yep.
every job that must be done, there must be an element of fun, right? You
Mhm.
find the fun, and poof, the job's a game. So for us, we come from our roots are from a school, a very, very special school, who believes very much in that. So when you come to our school, it's noisy. The kids aren't sitting down and just studying because we found all sorts of ways to make learning as fun and engaging as possible. So the reason why we're doing this is for those of you who can't, maybe who are geographically challenged, can attend the school. So we've pulled out one part of it that makes it very special, which is basically how do you take notes that are so fun that it works for even when you don't feel like studying. So I designed this because I never felt like studying, and let's face it, that's going to be 98% of the time, unless you unless you have a great teacher that you want to work hard for, or who teaches the topic in an engaging way. But other than that, that's like one teacher out of like the 11 subjects. If you're lucky, you might have two out of the 11, 9 to 11 subjects that you'd have to study for.
You
Okay.
feel that
So
red beating.
yeah, so you don't want to be at effect of the fact that, of luck, that you may or may not get a teacher, whom you enjoy learning from, okay, who
Mm.
knows how to make the lesson fun or engaging. All right, chances of you getting it is, I mean, in our time it was really low. And but if you are in a situation where you have where you have basically you know where you have like most of your teachers are great, then that's very good. But many of us are not
Mm.
so lucky. Yeah. So we want to mitigate the fact that, oh, my teacher's not good, therefore, I can't. Your parents are not going to accept that.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So let's jump into it. All right, Joe. Well, which definition do we have on first of all?
We have a mix of like a few, like a bunch. So, which one would you like to do first? Do you want to do something about plant first? Then we can go with
Okay.
chlorophyll or chloroplast. Yeah,
Let's do the which one do I actually have? Okay, let's do chlorophyll. Let's start with that.
we
Yeah.
can do something related with plant first. Though.
Ken? Yeah. So earlier we mentioned that when you gain understanding of the definition versus just memorizing it, because
Mm.
a lot of times in our previous episodes we talk about how it's better to understand rather than memorize.
Memorize.
Yeah, because understanding, it sits like it's infused in you, whereas memorizing is kind of lingering here and then. If you don't I don't know, grind at it and repeat and repeat and repeat, it goes away. All right. Yes. So ImagiNotes kind of helps you do that. It seems like a lot more work, but again, grinding takes effort. Doing an ImagiNote also takes effort. So the idea is, are you putting in effort to create struggle or to create ease for yourself? Which is it? Yeah. So, and that's something we talk about in a lot of our chapters. So that's how you create study notes that, work for you even when you don't feel like studying. Okay. Yeah. And this is not a skill that everyone, teaches for sure. All right. Okay. Let's go with chlorophyll. Jumping right in. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll.
All right, guys. If you are just here, please comment below and say hi. We don't bite. Or you can just follow our subscribe to our channel for more videos. We have done like a few of the videos about biology as well as chemistry topics. Yeah, you can check the playlist on our page.
Yes, absolutely. You notice that we've only pulled out this part of it. Some of you might be sitting there wondering, like, oh yeah, if the thing is so fun, why are they doing like a sit down and kind of lecture style of this? Because A, the notes are fun. B, from what I understand from a lot of my students, is that when you guys see our school and how we do things, it is a culture shock for a lot of you. So instead of starting at the scary spectrum, we've decided to start where you guys are familiar with it. But this in itself, this note taking, is kind of alien to a lot of people, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, chlorophyll is, let's see, it's a pigment that traps light from the sun. Okay.
Yeah.
And obtains energy. Okay, energy which is obtained. Okay, so it's a pigment that traps light from the sun. Okay. So I'm going to put it here so that we can all see. Now, I think a lot of the fears for a lot of students is that, oh no, like what if I understand that for O levels, you guys have to have certain keywords that otherwise, you might not be able to, you won't be able to score. Yeah, because some of the definitions Joe and I were like, and you'll see later on, some of the definitions were like, can't they just say living thing? Like plain English, right? So
organisms versus living things.
yeah, I think part of the problem with that is they want you to be accurate because labeling is important. You don't want a what was it? I watching a Doctor House episode where I think the pharmacy didn't label the pills properly, so so the victim ended up in hospitalized, right? Because this supposed to have a flu medication, but it was given something else, right? So I know labeling is important, but you're put in a situation here where it doesn't mean anything. I think, yeah, compared to like say if you really had to label medication so people don't die, properly, but yet you have people who don't care about that, So, but they don't teach you these things, lah. So it's sad. Okay, so how do we do this? A pigment that traps light from the sun for energy. Okay, and then chlorophyll. Okay, this one's a challenge.
Color.
All right, so if you have trouble remembering certain things, you can actually highlight it and try and bring it all together in an ImagiNote. So mnemonics is out of the word mnemonics, is a play on that, but meme style, because I find memes very relatable. Memes are an art.
Yep.
All right, so I am going to draw, I guess this is my version of a pig.
You could actually color it green.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, that is a good idea, Joe. Let me switch color. All right, so we know chlorophyll's green, right? So I'm sorry, I'm only switching things halfway like this. Oh my god. It's got a very small body. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna have, okay, I'm gonna have him here. And I'm going to draw a little
Sun.
sun light here. Maybe a pile of it here in this little basket.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it traps light from the sun. Okay.
Mm.
So I'm going to turn this into a net then. And I'm going to do, let's see, let's use black for this one. So I'm going to do a sun. And I'm going to draw it streaming. Okay. And then I'm going to draw little sunlets like this, streaming, flowing. Oopsie. Flowing in here. Okay. There we go. All right. So if you happen to have like a word that you don't remember how to pronounce, like I think last week we tackled coleoptile and etiolation, right? I've never come across those words before, but the only reason why I remember it was because we actually tackled the definitions for those, and you can actually work that in. All right. So how would you? So it's a pigment that traps light from the sun for energy, right? So you could also label this for energy. Or you can draw a little factory at the back here, right? And then you can do it like those game style things where you can say like sunlight, right?
+1.
Convert to energy. Yeah, so you can draw like this little factory here at the back if you want, like upstream. Yeah, so you can do stuff like that. All right, so at a glance already you can see it's a pigment that traps light from the sun, all right, for energy. Yeah, so that tells you that. Okay.
Yeah.
So pictures say 1,000 words. So that's why you kind of want to make it as visual as possible, because then when you're coming back to this, it's like, oh, right, okay, I can see it, right? Okay, so now how would you work this in here? For those of you, maybe your language is not very strong, right? So, well,
maybe the pigment field.
yeah, I was thinking of that too.
Chlorophyll.
All right, so this pig is named Phil, and chloro. Okay, so chlorophyll. Okay, well, he could be by this river called Chloro, but you can also call him chlorophyll.
You can name the farm as Chloro.
I guess so. Yeah, okay, so this farm here is Chloro.
I mean, at Chloro, maybe like a name for a place or something.
Yeah, so this could be Chloro factory, or you can even call it chlorophyll factory, I guess. Yeah, you could even do that. Yeah, Chloro. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, so this is how we would do it. If you guys can think of anything better, of course, feel free, to improvise to something different. But this is what Joe and I can think of at this point. All right. So again, like sometimes you might think of a better idea next time, and that's cool. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's cool. You should like be able to upgrade or improvise your notes better every single time.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. This one's gonna be interesting. Chloroplast. Now, if you're finding it helpful right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we come back every week with this, and we also do a lot of. We also talk a lot about like studying and like dealing with like the different problems like procrastination and all that. We do those things. All right.
Yep.
So the next one is Chloroplast, and this was requested by one of our viewers through our Instagram channel. It was DM'd. Yeah. Let's see. I think it was Jasmine. Yeah. And all right. Let's see. Organelles
Chloroplast.
in plant cells. Actually, Joe, could you find out what the word chloro means? Like, cause sometimes
You mean derived from what kind of word?
Yeah. Like, because I think organelle came from organelle is a Latin word for like organ systems, like or tissue systems or something like that. Yeah.
Chloro means green in biology.
Oh well, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, then that's perfect because, okay, yeah. So science guys, you can look up the words as well because when you understand it, that's just easier, right? So now that we know chloro is in green, then you can actually do it in green. So you
It's
can call
from
this
Latin word. Latin word, I think.
great. So you can actually call this guy Green Phil or Phil Green.
Either way.
Yeah. Either way, all right. Whatever helps you remember, okay? Like, yeah. In our school, sometimes our kids come up with kind of because high schoolers, right? So they come up with like some dirty like ways to remember things, and we're just like, whatever works, man. Okay, all right. Organelles in plant cells where photosynthesis occurs. Great. Don't like the word organelle.
Living. You can do organelles. Organelles. Maybe like little creature.
Right? It's organized special structures. Yeah, in a cell.
Perform various jobs
living
in that cell.
Okay. Yeah, then let's create little creatures. I can't draw an organ, so
We just draw something like a red bean,
red bean. Huh? Yeah.
red bean shaped kind of creature.
Okay, if you can draw better than me, feel free to draw an organ, like little organelles, like, or in our case, we're gonna draw little
Like
red bean
little
shaped
circles.
things.
Yeah, the basic shapes will do.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do a smiley face here. Where photosynthesis occurs. Okay, so in a plant cell, so plant cells kind of look kind of like this. Okay. I'm gonna do for plants here. So I remember that this is a plant cell. If you study bio, then that's okay. I don't, so there we go. Where photosynthesis occurs. Photosynthesis is making of food, right, Joe?
Yes,
For the
the
plant.
process of making food for plants.
Process of making food for plants. Okay.
So
Where
you have
photosynthesis.
the chlorophyll that traps the sunlight, right? So this is the place where the reaction happens.
Okay, yeah, I think we did a note on photosynthesis, so you guys can refer back to that
Yep.
when we did the plant one. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to bring this all together, right? Oh, I should have drawn this in green. Crap.
That's fine. You can always like
I'm just gonna outline it. Sorry, guys, because chloro means green, right? So
outline it in green or color it in green.
yeah.
Or fill in the color later also can.
Okay, so chloroplast, right? I'm gonna do like little plus signs around here, so I remember it's a chloroplast. Since now we know that chloro means green. Yeah, and you can totally also put here. You can totally also put here green. Yeah, when you talk about it, then your notes make sense. Yeah, so yeah, just leave it. You can label it as much as you like. Yeah, organelle and plant cells where photosynthesis occurs. Okay, photosynthesis, making of food. So what I'll probably do here is another factory. And then I'll draw plant food, which I think is something like that. Okay. Food. All right, maybe maybe I should do it like this. Food. Because the other one could be read really wrongly. Okay. So you could totally do that. I mean, this is my interpretation of it. If you have a different way to kind of organize it, of course, please go ahead. All right, and do that. Okay, cool. What do we have next on the thingy?
The Dicotyledons.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So a special note on dicotyledon and monocotyledon.
Dicotyledon.
Yes, the emphasis is on. I think how did they pronounce it? I think the emphasis is on Lee. Yeah. So it's like a dicotyledon. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cotyledon.
All right. So yeah. So a special note on this one, because generally you have to compare it against monocotyledon,
Mono.
monocotyledon. Yeah. Bio. Okay. And if you do the note for it, I would highly suggest that you do it side by side.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can tell the comparison clearly, right?
Yep. I'm gonna hustle through this.
Monocot, dicot.
Okay, this one's gonna be very interesting because it's one of those where you want to work, especially if you can't remember how to spell it. You want to try and work the you want to try and work the how you say it into the visual if you can.
Hmm.
Yeah, but basically, I think this is just like a plant classification, right? And basically, it's for plants that have. We're gonna do reticulated for you guys as a special one, because I think that's hard to remember. Okay, so it's got reticulated veins, and then the flowers contain 4 to 5 petals. Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
I didn't
So if you do this, then again, I would repeat, do it side by side with monocotyledon. That is easier to kind of, at a glance, when you study, it's like, bam, right in front of you. Okay? Yep. So let's go. Let me see. All right. Let's go with plant. It's a plant classification, dicotyledon. So di means 2, right?
Hmm.
Okay, cotyledon. What is a cotyledon?
Cotyledon, also from Latin word. I think it's seed leaf. SEED, seed.
Oh, seedling or seed leaf?
Seed leaf.
Oh, a seed leaf.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so dicotyledon means like
I mean, we call like babies in the seed line.
yes. So it's when this has 2. So some of you, like, this might be very easy for you to remember, right? So if you
Green
just draw it,
baby.
it's like that, right? And then you can have. Okay, we'll come to figuring out how to put this in here. All right, the pronunciation of it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll come to, so you can actually draw the veins, right, of the leaves. And then you can do a flower with 4 to 5 petals. So in my case here, I'll do 4 or 5. All right. So at a glance, like, you know. Okay. So cotyledon is the 2 seed leaves. Okay. If we're getting this wrong, forgive us. We're not science students. All right. But we're very good at turning science notes into something fun. All right. In fact, like, we've taken it really far as well. We turned science into a game, and we've turned science into comics. All right. So we're bringing this to those of you who are actually taking your major exams, and kind of relieving you from the struggle and the stress of trying to figure this out on your own, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. That's our purpose. Okay. All right. So dicotyledon. Okay. So di means 2. Cotyledon. Cotyledon. Yeah, because I would not have spelled it with a Y.
Cotyledon. No.
Yeah, I wonder if it's one of those notes where
Well,
pure.
if you look at the words cotyledon, you wouldn't like straight away think about plant anyway.
Yeah. Okay. I think I know how to figure it. Okay. So all right, let's try this. Bear with me. It's always an experiment doing this. Dicotyledon. Okay, so I'm gonna draw kind of like a cradle here. Oh my god, this is my version of a cradle.
Okay.
All right, and for those of you who have an like you have an imagination, you can draw a little baby plant here in the cot.
Yep.
Right, and then you can draw it kind of. Actually, okay. Now that I think about it, you can actually draw this cot kind of tied to two trees.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. One tree is called Lee, and one tree is called Don. So you have a cotyledon.
That works.
Okay. Ta-da.
Yep, that works.
Yay. Joe approved. Okay.
I mean, you can remember it vividly instead of going through the definitions over and over again in text.
Yes. Yes. This is for now. Do you have to do ImagiNotes for every single note that you come across? Not. It's not necessary. Okay. However, for revision though, for when you're lazy, it kind of for when you're feeling lazy or you like really don't feel like studying, it's kind of nice to flip through your notebook, and it's not all words. You see pictures like this, right? Hang on, let me just pull this up, right? So this is the one we did for anhydrous, oxidation and reduction, oxidation states. Of course, it doesn't have to be this big. We do this for social media, so I do it really nice and big for you guys. This is our nephron diagram. Yeah, right? So it's just, instead of having so many words, you just have a lot of pictures.
Visuals.
Yeah, visuals. All right, no matter how messy it is. Yeah. So I found this helpful when for the days where I don't feel like studying, and then it just saves so much time because you just grab the information at a glance. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's what we promised, that at the end of this, you will get notes where you can just see it at a glance, right? I mean, notes that help you for when you feel lazy to study, right? And this is it. Okay. Next one. Let's see. Assimilation. Oh yes. One more.
One more. Yeah. Just one more.
One more. Oh yeah, because 8:30 already. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. How many did we do already? Oh, we only managed to do 4.
Three.
Three? Haha, 4.
Currently,
Okay.
it's on the third one, isn't it?
Yes, we are in the third one. Oh yeah. One more note on this. If you need to remember that this is spelled with a Y, you can also draw the tree branches in the shape of a Y. Okay.
Oscillate.
Yeah. So it's just about getting as creative as you can and utilizing as many angles as you can. All right. So let's go. Next one. Do you want to do petiole, or assimilation?
Oh, you can do assimilation. It's fine.
All right. Assimilation.
We are moving on to animal cell. Animals. Yeah, animals. Right.
Okay. Well. Okay. Movement of. Okay, just to keep our promise, I think we can finish off with petiole, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Digested.
We'll keep that for the last one.
Yep. Because petiole is really easy to kind of do, and it also helps you remember how to pronounce. Yeah, the
Petiole.
yeah body where. Oh my god.
This is exactly what happening for like normal classroom experience. Just copying from the textbook or the board itself.
Normally, the teachers will be like, "Oh, copy this," and then before you can even finish.
Yes.
I hate that when that happens. Because your hand hurts by the time, and then you feel very sad because your notes are super ugly.
The ridiculous part is the teachers will actually go through the notes that you have actually put down in the exercise book.
Yep. Oh, I hated that. Okay. So yeah, guys, don't do that. Doesn't work. Makes your life harder. Okay. Movement of digested food molecules into the cells of the body where they are used. Okay, food molecules, cells of the body. All right. Okay, I don't really know what food molecules look like. All right, and I think as a note, it's going to be very, very hard to connect with.
It's
So,
digested, so probably you can just draw like a small cubes or really, really small chicken drumsticks.
yes, I think I'm going to draw a cube and label it with a chicken drumstick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Okay,
just label it with chicken.
yeah, that's my chicken drumstick, guys. Don't laugh, okay? Okay, and then, all right, so it's the movement of them, right?
Yeah.
So, can I give them legs?
Yeah.
Let's give them legs.
You can give them cape, leg, hands, wheel,
Okay, so
anything.
they're all moving. Let's, because it says movement of food molecules, right?
Mm.
So, what else? What did you have for dinner today, Joe?
Dinner, pizzas.
Pizza? Okay, I'm going to draw a pizza molecule here then.
Mm.
Okay, and then I had soup. So I'm going to draw a bowl of soup. Okay, and I'm going to draw that they are marching, they are moving. All right,
Mm.
to the cells of the body. Okay, this one I can. Cells of the body are generally round, right? Okay, where they are used, all right, becoming part of the cells. How would you draw that they use it? Okay, I think I know. So the cells. Okay, there are many ways to use it, right? So we can have one cell here sitting on one of the boxes here. They become part of the cell, so I'm going to draw one box here becoming part of the cell or merging with the cell. Okay, my imagination is that's merging,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah, becoming part of the cell. All right, so yeah, I guess that kind of covers the definition. They are used, becoming part of them.
Mm.
Yep. Okay, and there we have it.
Yay.
Yeah, digested food. Okay. Since your stomach is acidic, if you want, you can also draw these boxes a little bit like give them kind of like a zombie
Salted.
vibe. Yeah,
The
it's up and
salted
down.
face and all that, right? The figure.
Yes. All right. Last one. Petiole.
Petiole.
Well, some of you are probably thinking, is that really how I pronounce it? Yes, it is. We didn't know. I saw it. I was like, what is this word? So essentially, this is the name for the stalk that joins a leaf to a stem. Now, for this one, right, the meaning is simple, right? But what's tough, what's challenging about it is how do you remember how to spell it and how do you remember how to pronounce it? Well, worry not, because we actually figured it out this afternoon when we were preparing for this. Okay, so I'm going to draw a stem, and we're going to draw a leaf and the stalk, right? And what you can do here, because petiole, right?
Mm. Petiole.
I'm going to draw an owl. All right.
Mm.
You can draw one who is a bit petty. Okay.
With the petty face.
Yeah, like, ew, what's that? But petty is kind of like petty people. They tend not to let certain things go,
Mm.
right? Ew. Okay, so you can go look at her. All right. You could do that. You could even draw like this is someone's pet owl, all right? But I'd go for like a petty owl to help me remember petty owl. That's how you. That's what I would do to remember this word. And there you have it. 5 definitions as promised. We ran a little bit over time, guys. I'm so sorry. It does take some time to figure this out, but once you do, I promise you, we'll never forget Petiole. But how to pronounce it, right? And how to spell
Dicotyledons.
Dicotyledon. Yeah, and we have 2 trees here too, or 2 leaves, so dicotyledon. Yeah. But yeah, I hope this helps you guys. Yeah. So can you see how, like at a glance, you can see Mr. Chlorophyll. You can see the Chloroplast as
The
well.
green field.
Yeah, you can see Mr. Dicotyledon. You can also see assimilation happening, and you can also see Petiole. It's very, very clear at a glance. I have your pronunciation, I have the spelling, I have the definition, all in one.
Cool.
Ta-da! All right, so and that, guys, is how you take notes that help you for the times where you're lazy to study.
Yeah.
And if you find it helpful and you'd love to see more of these kind of notes, go ahead. It would really help us if you hit the like and subscribe button, because we're doing this for those of you who are struggling to try and remember for your exams, who are struggling to memorize, and you're faced with like so much information that you have to memorize. This cuts it down. All right. And also stay tuned, because we're coming up with our ImagiNotes products as well for you guys. Yeah. So all of this will be compiled into like notes that you guys can, eventually, obtain and use. Okay, so we're working on that right now, making it as fun as possible. Maybe in the coming weeks, we will kind of showcase a little bit of what we have. Yeah, just to tease you guys a bit. Yeah, because this helped me a lot when I was studying, for sure. And I was taking SPM, which is our major exams. Yeah. I wasn't learning in English, even though that is my first language. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Yeah, we hope that you stay safe, and love you guys. And thank you so much for supporting us all this while. Yeah, even though and to those of you who still watch our show, even though it's not done live. Yeah. Yeah, you guys watch the replays. We really appreciate you guys, and we hope this helps you. And this helps reduce the stress and the struggle that you will face, while you're studying for your major exams. That's all we really want. Yeah, because we know how tough that can be.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.